I thought the couch was bigger when I bought it. I didn't realize it. You got room? Everybody good?
No, you don't have room for me.
Cool. We didn't want you. You're not part of the real family, so. What do you guys? Do you think you want to maybe try to do a song?
No.
Yeah,
that's right.
What do you want to try? Like
Family Bible.
Yeah. That one. Yeah, we'll try that one. Okay. Go ahead, Frank. How's it go?
Words.
Okay. There's a family Bible on the table. Its pages are torn and hard to read.
He feels so beholden to the rest of us because he learned the music from his siblings and his parents, that given a choice, if it's going to be what's best for him, or can he take somebody with him, it's going to be a hard call for him to make.
Eloie is number 9 of 9 children in our family. When we started out back years ago, Eloie was just a teenager when we started our first family band, and I was playing bass at the time. We decided that I was going to go on to lead guitar. So we needed a bass player. So Eloie was always there watching us. He attended all of our practices, and he was always sitting in the background. So we asked him if he wanted to try to play the bass. So Eloie, you can always say that he's had really good work ethic. You know, he worked really hard, got the guitar, and learned his parts and came in. We didn't realize at the time that he could sing.
When Eloie was little, he was just a little baby, and we would put him in the bassinet. We had kitchen parties. Our uncle gave us a guitar. Mom taught me about 3 chords on the guitar, and then I would learn the rest from watching television, Ed Sullivan's show, and you'd get right up close to the TV and watch where they're putting their fingers. So there's Eloie laying in the little bassinet, and it didn't matter whether he's awake or asleep. He just heard music his whole life.
I met Eloie through family members. My father played in a band with his sister and brother, and kind of followed them around, and then I really got to meet Eloie, and just the nicest guy you'd ever meet, and he could play so darn good and sing. And so we put a band together with his sister and her husband, and we played around. The gigs were kind of few and far in between. There's not a lot of places to play anymore, and so I talked Eloie into just doing a acoustic duet just to simplify things and kind of tailor it so we could play kitchen parties and small gigs, private parties. We did a lot of fundraising, and Eloie never says no. We played a lot of fundraisers over the course of our time, and watching his confidence build as he performed in that setting with his raw voice out there, and everything broke down to acoustic music. It was incredible to watch.
What you see is what you get with him. And when he sings, that's what you see. You see somebody who loves what he's doing, who is just so happy to be there.
Eloie, he didn't think he could sing. He's very humble. He's very, I don't know, he's such a soft-hearted guy. He's awesome. But anyway, he could sing. And when he found out he could sing, then he really wanted to sing. So Frank was a big part of his start too.
But he was shy, real shy. And I was sitting in my rocking chair, and I had one of the babies sitting around there, and I could hear somebody singing in the back of the chair. And I went down, listen to him. And then I told the kids, I said, get Eloie to sing with you. Well, he can't sing. I said, Frank, try it. And boy, did he ever surprise the whole family. He had a voice. And then we was always after him to sing, and he loved it. And then another thing come up. He wanted to follow the band. And he was about high.
All right, I'm from a small town just outside of St. Stephen, New Brunswick, Charlotte County. Live in a little spot called Oak Haven. The youngest of a big family. Had a lot of lot of great teachers in my life. My mother, who's sitting beside me, making gestures at me right now. All my brothers and sisters taught me. I don't ever remember not having music in my family or in my ears somewhere, sometime. Everything from real old country bluegrass to modern rock and a little bit of heavier side of things. One day, well, I always looked up to my older brothers, all my brothers and sisters, but they played in a rock band. They were cool. So I'm a lot younger than those guys. So I was always standing there dreaming that I could be cool like them. And one day my brother Frank calls me up and says, we're going to start a new band and you're going to be in it. And I'm like, wow, I don't know how to play nothing. He goes, oh yeah, just go get a bass and an amp and we'll get you started. And by the way, you're probably going to sing some too. And I've been writing for a couple years. The new single that I have coming out here real soon, I'm pretty excited about. I co-wrote with my nephew, Sean, would be my oldest brother's boy. Got a bunch of other tunes on the go right now, working really hard. Just having a great time, real hopeful. Still buying lottery tickets, but still hopeful with the music business. I'm pretty excited about getting out and meeting new people and playing different venues, bigger venues. I'm terrified, even in this video. I'm terrified right now. I'm terrified to get on stage in front of people, but it's the craziest thing because my dream is to play in front of thousands and thousands in stadiums and stuff.
The first thing that stood out for me about our first few meetings with Eloie was his sincerity. And at that point, I wasn't even looking at getting into developing and helping artists out. I kind of stepped back from there. But I met with him a few times, helped him out with a few different things, and his songs kept drawing me in. The one thing that he was really good at was disarming you with his songs and with his lyrics and with the performance. And I found myself kind of forgetting about everything when he did a song, when he did one of his songs. It was like a tractor beam. It just kind of pulled me in. And the light went off and I said, I have to have more people hear these songs and hear this guy and hear the conviction. And I think of him as not only as a performer and an artist in his own right, going out there and performing his songs, but also as a songwriter. He could kind of be both, the best of both worlds, like write for other people. And he just, in a very short time, has kind of a rich catalog that just keeps getting richer. And that's really what I want people to do. That's my job, my rock and roll duty, or in this case, my country duty, is to help artists get to that next level. And I really think that somebody like Eloie can do that. I think he really has that something special. And I kind of feel that's my purpose, is to have more and more people think of him as much as any other household name, as as common as maple syrup and pancakes or whatever.
Rock of ages, fled